might be the first person to actually paint on the hobby show.
Really?
On the Liam and Joe hobby show.
I'm quite good at painting and talking at the same time. That's what I used to do on stream.
Did you?
Yeah.
On Twitch.
On Twitch, yeah.
But it's worse because no one watches Twitch.
I know. I got to consecutively. I was hitting 30, 40 people.
That's all right. That's better than what a lot of people do. There you go. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for coming on this fine. It's not fine.
It's a fucking miserable day, Liam.
It's horrible outside.
For many reasons. Yeah, it's not just miserable outside, is it? No. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. It is a bit miserable, but we are here for a show. First of all, elephant in the room. Obviously, I didn't do a show last night. If you're in Discord, you'll have seen why. I put a post out to tell you all what was going on. Took a little bit of a break for reasons. I honestly had fully intended to try and take the most of, if not all of today off as well, as part of that mental health break from doing content. Unfortunately, I can't. Joe has problems. I know you've all noticed that Joe has slimmed down, become significantly more attractive.
Well,
but Joe's got problems, right? So his car went pop. I think he said pre-Christmas, if I remember rightly. I need to adjust this chair. His car went pop pre-Christmas. He was using his other half's car in the last week when he came down, and when he drove home on Thursday night with his other half's car, that also went pop.
Anyone would think that cars just hate Joe.
Well, I mean, cars really hate not being serviced or looked after.
That's fair.
That's what happens.
That is actually a fact as well.
It's really shit, and I love him, and I hope he gets it sorted. But
until then, I'm sorry you have to deal with me again. Tony's back.
But if you don't service a car, it goes pop. That's what happens.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Joe's not with us today. He can't get in, and he's trying to resolve his issues. And I said to him, look, get your problem sorted. It's okay. So we've got Tony. But I also need Tony to keep working on Hobby House stuff.
So Tony's painting an absolute fucking monumental amount of terrain on the street.
So he's quite literally painting. He's quite literally doing Hobby House work right now.
I am. That's what I said. I said that you were like, oh, I don't know if we can get this stream done. I was like, it's all right. I can go downstairs and paint because I'm probably only going to set them down here and paint. So I may as well do it on stream for everybody else.
Right, exactly. So he's still Hobby House working. It's on stream instead. So we've got Tony. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I didn't bring my stuff into paint for New Year, New Army because I don't want to bring my wet palette in. And
no, that's fair.
I've got my little setup on my desk. I know how I like it. So I was rummaging around to say, what do I build? And I found this little beauty that I started ages ago, which I haven't done much of because it's a fucking pig of a build. But it's one of the most, for me, it's one of the most silly 40k models in existence.
I don't think there's anything sillier, really. Stomper?
Stomper might be sillier. You answer that question, chat on postcards. Perhaps one of the silliest 40k models in existence, but I personally fucking love it, and it's the Khorne Lord of Skulls. And I'll add a caveat. When I first saw it, I hated it.
Yeah.
Really hated it.
That's fair.
And then they brought out the Khitan conversion kit, which I adored, and I was like, that's what the Khorne Lord of Skulls should have always looked like.
Should have always been, yeah.
But now I kind of love it because of its silliness. I don't know if I've just matured into the sort of Warhammer person who goes, it's dumb, so I love it.
You've become a fan of the murder tractor.
Yeah, it just seems dumb and stupid, and that's why I love it. So I have I've got the Khorne Lord of Skulls that I need to start building, and it's a bit of a shit build. So I'm just going to gently plug away at bits and pieces on stream, I think, and it means that if I don't get loads done, it doesn't matter because there's no rush for it, and it means I can chat to you people as well. Because I've got a cool topic of conversation today, Tony, which is also slightly ironic because Joe's not here.
It's Joe's favourite thing as well, isn't it?
But then it means we might get a slightly more unbiased opinion.
You might get a too biased opinion.
I thought you did that. that was suitably shit.
Yeah, I'll go back to being quiet.
Part of this has come about because I picked up the Khorne Lord of Skulls. Part of this has come about because I started looking at World Eaters lists again. Tom's just told me that he started getting bored of World Eaters in 10th. I haven't played them since their codex came out, and I'm starting to get the urge to play World Eaters again.
Okay.
I kind of miss them a bit. They are one of my favourite factions, by far.
Anyone who's been an OG of the Liam Dempsey train would know that.
I've played World Eaters forever. I've loved them forever. I played them at Index 10th.
Yeah.
I haven't played them Codex 10th. And I kind of handed the mantle over to Tom because it's also his favourite faction. So I was like, you know what? There's only two of us playing them. Off you go, Tom. You can play them for now.
Tom's favourite faction is about to be Eldar.
Yeah. And so I was looking at World Eaters lists yesterday, and this is not long after end of last year. I was looking at Emperor's Children lists, and I gave the Emperor's Children a couple of little run-outs on the channel to try and have a bit of a play with them. You know, you remember a one-shot in fucking Fulgrim in the first turn. Do you remember that, Toby? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, good. And I'm also have Joe in one ear about Chaos Space Marines as a codex because that's one of his favourite factions, and I also was thinking about the fact that Red Corsairs have started coming out, right? So there's lots of chaos stuff going on right now, in my world at least. And I think that I look at Chaos Space Marines, and I have looked at Chaos Space Marines. I look at Emperor's Children, I look at World Eaters. I don't know Death Guard quite so well, nor do I really know Thousand Sons quite so well, but I look at those 3 books specifically, and then I look a little bit at Demons as well. I haven't even had a Codex this edition, and I think that Chaos just they're just kind of meh, right? And the problem with Chaos in the Warhammer 40k universe is, narratively, from a lore perspective, Chaos is this monumental, terrifying entity.
Yeah.
People are massively afraid of it. There's whole arms of the Imperium dedicated to rooting it out and destroying it. It is the biggest bad of big bads in the galaxy. They are the bad guys.
Yeah.
And yet, at the moment, on the tabletop, they're kind of just a bit, oh, cool, you're playing Chaos Space Marines. And I remember the day, I want to get to a point where someone puts Abaddon on the table, you go, oh, fucking hell.
Yes.
He's terrifying. Not unkillable, not unbeatable, but, oh shit, he's terrifying.
Yeah, and especially when you're like, oh, what's he running with? 10 Terminators? I guess he's not going to die.
And it's the same for like most of the Demon Primarchs, like Fulgrim. And that game that we played, like Angron. A lot of people, you put Angron on the table, you put a Demon Primarch of the World Eaters on the table, and people are more bothered about the Lion than they are about Angron. Yeah,
I mean, I love the Lion. Favourite Primarch. Favourite Primarch bar maybe Ferrus Manus, but there you go, he's dead, so can't really like him anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think as much as Fulgrim came out and his rules were just literally wank out of 10. And you're talking to Mr. I don't really fucking know the rules. Do you know what, though, I do think is that I feel more bad for Angron because when the Codex dropped in 9th, Angron was fucking great.
Angron was,
and his rules to come back and things like that, where it's actually viable, was so sweet.
So I started the stream title with the problem of chaos is, and I would love for you guys to stick on postcards to tell me what you think the problem with chaos is, and arguably how you'd fix it, things you'd change. And I say that in a desperate attempt to try and improve channel revenue, because even after John's massive splurge on Tuesday, we are relatively far behind for a month at the moment, which is slightly concerning.
And January is a shitty month.
Hence, I can't not be here today, despite the fact I would have liked to have been.
That would have been the no Liam, no Joe, just Toe show.
Well, no, I'd have just sat at home in my pyjamas, rocking in a dressing gown.
And you weren't far off rocking in the crying corner this morning. I wasn't far behind you.
So, I didn't know we were telling the people that. So if you could, stick on postcards. Hopefully we get some good suggestions, some good opinions. I think one of the big problems with them is that they are nowhere near as terrifying on the tabletop as they are in the narrative. Have you got any opinions on it, Tobes?
I think it's a wider problem.
Okay.
And that is that I don't think... And this is going to go into he's fucking talking about narrative again. But it's relevant to my argument, which is that I don't feel like Marines in general are scary enough.
I agree with you.
And I think that, if Marines are scary, like Chaos Possessed, for example, should be just mulching through Marines, and it should be hard for normal things to mulch through Marines. And I think that GW have always traditionally found it quite hard to balance Marines, because when you watch Warhammer TV or you listen to an audiobook, the Marines are literally it's like I said the other day on Tuesday, I was like, look at Titus and his 2 matey boys. Look how much they fucking achieved. Let me run a squad of 3 Marines. If you watched fucking Tuesday's stream, 3 Marines don't do an awful lot. Even Gravis Marines. And I think that becomes a point where I would rather be make Marines well more expensive points-wise, so you don't get as many of them, but make them feel representative rather than running more of them.
Well, do you know what I find really, really weird, actually? Because it's an interesting point. And I think this is relevant for both Chaos and Space Marines. Although I think Space Marines haven't really done as bad.
No,
necessarily.
But that's because...
That being said, I need to add a caveat here, right? Liam VSL has won LGT, every LGT in 10th edition with Chaos Space Marines. So it's not like I'm saying it's impossible to win with them, but he's also an exceptional player who only really plays that faction. So
what you're saying is it's impossible for Joe to win with them, but not good people at the game.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's, yeah.
Sorry, Joe.
But it's also probably semi-impossible for me to win with them as well. I'm just,
you think I could win with them?
So, but I think that for the average player, at least, I think a Space Marines is an easier army to pick up and play than Chaos Space Marines is.
Probably a fair comment.
And I think it's an easier army to win with than Chaos Space Marines is. I think Chaos Space Marines have suffered with, the fact that they're one of the only factions where their army rule has a negative benefit to it as well as a positive. Although I prefer it, I think it's a cooler rule. There is a negative to them.
Risk over reward, isn't it?
But what really got me in the last few editions is previously, when Warhammer was 7th edition and before, we had a number cap, right? We had a number cap. And that number cap was simply nothing was ever able to go above 10.
Correct.
The only time that number was exceeded was basically armor values, where you could have 11, 12, 13, up to 14, I think was probably the highest. I think there was a rare 15s for some super heavies, but predominantly, like the Land Raider was 14, 14, 14, and that was considered exceptionally tough for a vehicle at the time.
Yeah, you were struggling to get rid of it.
Yeah, but that's an armor value rather than a toughness value. Toughness value is capped at 10, right? So toughness value is capped at 10. So at some point, when you've got a toughness value capped at 10, and you've got everything from a Bloodthirster to a Guardsman to a Space Marine to a War Boss to a etc., you have to then put everything on that scale.
Yeah.
And so Space Marines found themselves at toughness 4 on that scale, right?
Yeah.
A Guardsman was toughness 3, a Grot's toughness 2, a Demon Prince would be like toughness 8 or 9, etc. Very few things got up to that toughness 9 or 10 because they just basically became armor values because they became vehicles, right?
Correct.
So that kind of made sense at that point. When you're working between 0 to 10, Space Marines at a 4 probably seems about right when you're considering Hive Tyrants and Demon Princes and all that kind of stuff that exists around them. I don't think I was massively upset with that one.
No, but I would say, right, so in the lore and stuff, right, how much stronger is one Space Marine to a human?
We're not talking strength, we're talking toughness. But yes.
Well, how tough? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, right.
So I would have said that a Guardsman would likely be like a 2 then.
Yeah, well, or at least Space Marines should have started at a 5, maybe, in that old system. And I don't think that old system was perfect, but when you consider that system basically still exists for Heresy and works,
yes,
it wasn't necessarily the problem.
No.
Then what happened was we lifted the cap on those numbers.
Yeah.
Laser cannons are now strength 12. The Avatar's toughness 11, right? We lifted the cap, which means no longer do we have to cram everything between 0 and 10.
No.
Because we've lifted the cap. It's exponential. You can make it any number you want now. It's fine. Because we've got a mechanic now that means that if you're more than double the strength of the weapon in terms of your toughness, it's just 6s to wound. So you could literally make something toughness 20.
Yeah, you can still somehow, I don't agree with it, somehow you can wound it.
Yeah, and you could, absolutely. And a las cannon would actually end up wounding it on 5 because it's not half of its, so you could do that. You could go toughness 20. And in a world where we went, toughness now is blown out the water, it's not a 0 to 10 scale, it's not a 0 to 10 metric, we haven't moved Space Marines off of 4.
No.
And that, I think, is one of the problems. Because at the same time, we've gone, Avatars are toughness 11, and certain tanks are toughness 12, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then we've gone, well, to counteract that, las cannons have gone to strength 12, and this has gone to strength something else, and this has gone to strength something else. So all the strength of weapons has gone up. And then the basic Space Marine, including Chaos Space Marines for that matter, the ones tainted by the warp, blessed by the dark gods themselves, still only toughness 4, 2 wounds, 3 up save.
Yeah, so I'm going to maybe upset some people here and be like, I don't see in any world, like I understand that, yes, a Space Marine has a 3 up save, but can be wounded easier than an Orc can be wounded. Who's wearing a fucking t-shirt?
Right.
I get.
Maybe the wording of wound versus saving throw is part of the problem there from a narrative perspective. But you're right. You are right. And then you end up in a world where strength 5 as a weapon.
Yeah.
Right. What does strength 5 wound a Space Marine on?
3.
What does strength 5 wound a Guardsman on?
3.
How's that the same?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me, to be honest. So I think that in the world where we've got exponential possibilities for toughness, and I don't think we should be stupid with it. I don't think we should be going up to like 10s and 20s and 30s and all that kind of nonsense. But we do have a lot less restriction on toughness nowadays, and yet Space Marines still sit at 4. I think is a problem. I don't disagree with you about making them tougher and more expensive. The problem we also have then is like the scale of Demon Prince and
Yeah.
Hive Tyrant and Space Marine, we've got this other scale in faction. So you make Space Marines more elite, more efficient, and more expensive. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think we shouldn't be seeing 100 Space Marines on a table. We should be seeing maybe 50.
Yeah.
But then what do you do with Custodes?
Take them out of the fucking game.
And I would take Custodes out of the game for 40k at 2,000 points, personally.
I see. I think they would be like a unit of like custodian guards, like an epic hero. You can take 5.
Yeah, and I would, but I don't like the concept of here's this army you can have and you've all been playing with for so long.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, by the way,
it's a mega feels bad, isn't it?
It's a mega feels bad. Now we're taking it all off you. I don't like that at all. I think that's really shitty. But I wouldn't personally in the game have super heavies, flyers, Custodes.
No.
I also probably wouldn't allow. I personally wouldn't allow Primarchs at 2,000 points.
Well, I used to like the old rules where, like, you want to take Margonius Kelgar, you better be playing a 2,000 point game because if you're not, you can't take him.
Yeah, well, and I quite like that stuff. Like you say, I think that's quite. I think like, why would he turn up to a small skirmish? Like, why would a Demon Primarch be there at 2,000 points?
I love it when people play a 500 point game and you've got like fucking Dante and you're like, what's he doing? He's just out for a stroll, mate, and Genesi has turned up.
Yeah,
Like,
go for a walk in his armour.
It's not beyond possibility, but it's pretty fucking unlikely. But, play Warhammer your way. That makes you sound like a grumpy old man.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely play Warhammer your way. This is just what I would like to see. But I think if you got to a point where you started to be a bit more picky as to what you did and didn't allow, even at just certain points levels, if you say you can't put a Primarch in below 3,000, below 2,000 points, but you have to be above 2,000 points, you then are arguably allowed to power those Primarchs right up because you know that he's not going to one-shot an army in half a turn.
Well, I mean, look at Horus Ascended in Heresy, right? He's best part of 1,000 points.
Right. But he can't be taken in 2,000 points, right? Because you've got to be 2,001 points or more for him to be able to be selected. Is that correct?
So, well, I don't know how it was in this edition. I think Heresy in Second Ed was designed to be played at 3,000 points. But to bring, like, Horus Ascended, you'd be investing 1/3 of your army, but you would feel like that was points well spent.
Okay.
Because he's not unkillable, but anything that he touched died. And you'd find people would like get back in their
cars.
People would get their Terminators and their like Praetor back in their Spartan and reverse because he was coming their way.
Right, so he's scary.
Exactly.
So Horus Ascended, Horus, the Primarch of the Sons of Horus,
the War Master himself.
the War Master himself, once finally tainted by chaos, becomes utterly terrifying as a concept on the tabletop.
Yeah.
Who knew it? So it is possible.
Yeah.
So terrifying in fact that some people go, I'm not doing this, I'm backing away.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, Heresy has it right though, because like, I mean, again, I'm not super familiar with all of the 3.0 rules yet, but in Heresy, if Primarchs are dying, it's normally to another Primarch.
Yeah.
Not normally from sheer volume of fire, because again, whereas only four turns around in most missions, you either kind of avoid them or you're just letting them mulch through your line.
Which means that a person with his favourite toy normally gets to play with his favourite toy, unless his favourite toy runs into another person's favourite toy, and then at least they get an epic duel because there's a whole mechanic for it.
And the dual mechanic where you're not going to go, right, well, I've run Vulcan into Horus Ascended, because Vulcan's one of the most resilient Primarchs in 3.0, given that his special like challenge reaction is basically to ignore X, Y, and Z. The fact that you just continually, if you both agree to keep rolling the challenge, it doesn't finish till someone's dead. I like that. I like that a lot. Because otherwise you're going, cool, I've turned 3. I've finally got Horus Ascended into combat with Vulcan. This is going to be epic. We got 2 fight phases. Oh, you took 2 wounds. Only 4 left. Great.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that one of the biggest things is the toughness is the problem. It's too easy to kill them. And when it's too easy to kill them, they're less scary.
Yeah.
You don't look at a thing and go, I need to stop that before it gets across the tabletop, and I need to start stopping it now because it's quite durable. You look at it, you go, I'll deal with that when they're a bit closer. Oh, they're a bit closer, they're dead.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the big problems. I also think that for Chaos specifically, I don't know if it's an early Codex symptom, because obviously Space Marines are still doing okay, but
I mean, they have been given 478,000 attachments.
they did weird shit with Chaos Space Marines. So the standard fucking melee profile across the whole game now is around strength 5 or 6, AP2, damage 2, right? It's incredibly common, it's fucking everywhere, everyone has access to it, it would seem. Apart from Chaos Space Marines. Chaos Space Marines are like, well, we're either AP1 damage 2, or we're AP2 damage 1. And I'm like, why do they have to pick and choose? And I like the concept of, What would you rather, more AP or more damage?
I like the concept of AP2 damage 2 not being essentially AP none damage 1, which is essentially what's happened. Is across the edition, when they were like, we're making everything less lethal, and then they dropped the Eldar index, and they were like, well, actually we haven't. But as we've gone across the edition, the scale creep that we were told we would avoid, we didn't. And then everything's gone up to like damage 2 and AP2. And when everything goes up to damage 2 and AP2, Liam, the 2 wounds, the extra wounds you gave that Space Marine doesn't mean an awful lot.
Right, so the 2, and this is my point, right? So the 2 wounds that they gave the Space Marines was to counteract the fact they're still toughness 4. So they're still toughness 4, but they used to be 1 wound, now they're 2 wounds. That makes them tougher, right?
Yeah.
Not when the game is basically just damage 2.
Exactly what I was saying. Exactly what
So when the game is basically just damage 2 everywhere, those 2 wounds are entirely irrelevant. You might as well still have 1 wound. So you haven't actually made them any tougher. So how do they counteract that? They drop the points. What happens then? You have hordes of Space Marines. It doesn't really make sense.
Was it in 9th Ed where there was a rule at one point where Space Marines ignored, like was it Intercessors or whatever, they ignored damage 2 or something like that? They reduced damage by 1. Some Space Marines. That to me makes a much more sense of a rule for a Space Marine.
So you're saying we like Deathwing Knights?
Yes. More like Deathwing Knights. More Deathwing Knights.
More Deathwing Knights.
Make Deathwing Knights units of 10, please.
Make them units of 10 and battle line.
Yeah.
So we can take 60.
I don't think you get 60 and 2,000 points.
Yeah? 1,500 points.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 250 points a unit.
Okay.
So 10 is, oh no, you wouldn't get 60.
Yeah, 30.
30 is 1,500 points, yeah. You can get 40 for 2,000 points with no characters.
Got to have a warlord, don't you?
Well, okay, so make them units of 10, battle line, and cheaper.
Yeah. All right. Sold. I'm in.
Let's do that. But the thing is, right, Deathwing Knights are quite durable. They're borderline frustrating for a lot of people. But actually, to some degree, you could argue that Deathwing Knights are
the most representative of how a Terminator should be.
More representative of a Space Marine Terminator than any other Terminator in the range, with the exception maybe of Death Shroud. Or I
mean, they're all grotty, aren't they? So they're going to be tough.
So I think Deathwing. I know Deathwing frustrates people, and I don't want to go down a world where I've got a bunch of feels bad mechanics, so that you then are really frustrated at trying to kill me because of feels bad mechanics. Because to some extent, I think like a Watcher in the Dark is a bit of a feels bad. I finally got this thing to do loads of mortal wounds to you. I'm just going to pop my Watcher in the Dark. No mortal wounds, thanks very much. The -1 damage when everyone's now at 2 damage is also a problem. So whereas before it would take 2 attacks to kill, it would now take 4. But that's still, like you say, it's more representative of what a Space Marine should be, arguably.
That's why my favourite type of armour is Gravis, because I feel like a Space Marine should be toughness 6. So I don't run Gravis because I think they're good. I love the models, don't get me wrong, but they also, to me, they feel more representative of the Space Marine's basic stat guide.
Well, here's the thing as well. I've had people say to me before that raising the toughness of Space Marines is a problem, would become a problem. And then like, nowadays, what I want to do, and I haven't obviously because we only did it on Tuesday, is I'd love to be like, watch this battle report right here, where the whole army is toughness 6.
Yeah.
And 3 wounds.
Yeah. Didn't make an awful lot of difference.
It did in places, but not as much.
I mean, the dice were not on my side that day.
The dice didn't love you. That's a fact. But yeah, so you know, I feel like that in itself would show you that going up to toughness 6 isn't even that much of a problem. Like literal complete army of toughness 6, 3 wounds, and it still crumbled pretty hard.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, what it did, right? If we think about the mission and we think about how that played out on Tuesday, and we think about the rules that Tony put in place for that particular mission.
Fucking Tony.
I find it very easy to switch in between as well.
Yeah,
I only started saying Tony for the stream. I've been calling you Toby all morning.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
So the rules that we put in place and the fact that we basically used Marines that were as durable as they should be, right, meant that at the end of the game I outscored you.
Yeah.
But you know what you did? You outlasted me.
Yeah, and also like.
And then you outkilled me.
I didn't for a lot of that game, and I'm not blaming the terrain because I set it up. Didn't have a lot of line of sight. Didn't roll particularly well, and didn't have any real combat units. Although what I did like, and what I would say is, I do feel like even though my Gravis Marines were basically just punching you, they were still killing things.
Yeah, exactly.
They still got 3 attacks a model. Still hitting on 3s.
So I would argue that played more like a Space Marine should play on
100%, which
Tuesday.
is why I like playing with Gravis Marines. I love the old Gravis toys.
And I think that's a problem that Power Armor stuff has in general. And then I go, you know, I know we're talking about Space Marines here, we're talking about loyalists, and the topic's supposed to be about chaos. But again, I go back to my previous statement. These things are supposed to be millennia old. You know, a lot of them are supposed to be blessed by their deity of choice. So you're supposed to be blessed by Khorne or blessed by Tzeentch or whatever. You know, there's literal mechanics in Chaos Space Marines for dark packs and pack bounds and all that kind of stuff where it's all about like praying to the gods and being gifted a boon. And yet that boon just doesn't make them terrifying. And narratively, demons are supposed to be absolutely incredibly terrifying.
I mean, there's a reason why, like, any world that's seen a demon incursion, the Grey Knights go, right, well, everyone who's seen a demon has to die.
Yeah.
For fear of, like, you know.
But then I also just think, again, back to the damage 2, AP1 damage 2, or AP2 damage 1 like problem. I just don't feel like there's anything in Chaos Space Marines really at the moment in general that's that terrifying. And this comes from me looking yesterday at World Eaters, and I was talking to Paddy about it. And the World Eaters Codex isn't bad, right? It's not bad. It's a good book on the whole. Tom wins loads of games with it, so I can't for 1 minute.
Tom does very well, doesn't he?
I can't for 1 minute say that the World Eaters book is a bad book, because it isn't. But what I'm finding with it at the moment, and I don't know if this is just me, I don't know if I need to just kind of perhaps lower my expectations, I'm not sure. But the issues I'm having with it right now is twofold, right? The first issue is I look at it and I think there is nowhere near enough variety for me to stay interested at the moment, right? Which is a problem, but it's not like it's only World Eaters have that problem. Arguably, Emperor's Children have it worse. Do they? Maybe, I don't know. I just look at it and I'm like, there's just generic Chaos Space Marine shite, Defiler, Forge Fiend, Mauler Fiend. Some World Eaters units, not loads, right? So that's my first problem. And then what my other problem is, I then go to the things that I think should be absolutely fucking terrifying.
No, they're not.
I look at them and I'm kind of whelmed. Just like, oh, I see.
Is that what you do then? Great, love that.
Okay. And so I then look at it and I think, if I put any of this on the table, what part of it is going to make my opponent go, oh my fucking God, I need to avoid that?
Well, yeah.
Now, I was also looking at things like 8-bound and Exalted 8-bound, and I don't love the models, if I'm honest with you, but I was looking at them as an option, and even then I'm like, they're actually significantly more terrifying. So they go into a tank, they've got 4 attacks each with anti-vehicle, anti-monster 3+, and they've got damage 3 weapons.
Yeah.
But they also die really fast, because guess what? They're toughness 6, 3 wounds. They have the benefit of a 5-up invulnerable save, which your Gravis Marines don't have, but they're also significantly more expensive.
Yes.
So I'm like, I don't really kill enough. For World Eaters, I don't feel like there's anything that's all that threatening or that terrifying. And because of the way World Eaters works for the most part, you know, a lot of their ability output comes from melee. Don't get me wrong, they've got good shooting now. They've made it better. But then my option for good shooting is basically Forge Fiends. That's it. That's what you get.
And it's not aged that well, as the old.
I hate the Forge Fiend kit. I've never owned one. No, that's a lie. I own 2 for the Thousand Suns. I try not to take them. I don't like them. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't mind the variant built as a Mauler Fiend. I don't love it.
Angry Dog Beast.
Yeah, I don't love it.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it?
Mind you, the only real demon engine that I think I like that's a generic Chaos Space Marine demon engine is probably the Helldrake. I quite like a Helldrake.
Oh, I see. I think Derp Turkey is not my vibe.
I
quite like the Venom Crawler. Angry Spider Beast.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't hate the Venom Crawler. But I would rather they just refresh the Defiler.
Well, maybe that's coming. Who knows?
Who fucking knows?
Valrak will know. Let's phone him. Phone a friend.
Well, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that word that you've just used there with an F, because I've tried to message him a few times and he just fucking ignores me now. So
Aww.
He used to get back to me. He came on the channel and all sorts. We used to talk.
I'm going to invite him to Hobby House and be like, you can defend the wall with your Imperial Fist.
No, I don't hear from him anymore. I messaged him about Hobby House. No response. I tried.
We tried. When they see the tables, Liam, they'll all come. Maybe.
Anyway, chat, let me know what you think. Stick it in comments, stick it in super chats. I'll go to the super chats first, obviously, once I finish making this track. We're also currently, you wonderful, sexy humans, on 40 members, Tony.
Fucking hell.
40 members.
40 members. Toby would be well chuffed with that. Tony, not so much.
Tony's not. Why is Tony not chuffed with it?
Well, probably because you keep calling him fucking Tony.
Well, but if Tony's not chuffed with it, then that doesn't make sense because that's his name.
Is it? Or is it a personality?
It's fucking funny is what it is. Because I'm a child.
Oh, dearie me. Well, that's good. You did say that if you didn't want to come up here and get 6 members and cry.
I've got so much to do for Hobby House downstairs. I've got so much to sit through. And I was sat there and I was like, I really could do with not doing the show. I wish Joe had turned up.
But then you just sent me up here with him.
Well, if we're doing that anyway,
Well, yeah, that's true.
then fine. You're still,
To be fair, this does beat what I was doing, which was counting all the fucking thousands of pots of paint from
but that's the
Games
thing that
Workshop.
you can do on stream.
Yeah.
Right? So, that would have been fine. And I could have carried on with my admin. And I was sat there with Tony and I was like...
No, you were sat with Toby at that point.
Oh, was it Toby at that point, was it? Oh, that's not your work name badge, I was going to say. So I sat there with Tony and I was like, I could really do with carrying on with this admin and keep working away. And what I'm dreading is going on stream, sitting there for an hour and a half, trying to be entertaining and interesting, and we come away with 6 members and £5. Because that would utterly fucking crush me at the moment. But like you guys have, you've already hit 40 members.
Already hit 40 members, 60 to go. And you're in for an absolute treat this evening.
Yeah.
Well, do you know who's not in for a treat this evening?
Who?
Tom and Paddy.
I think Tom's going to have a worse time, actually.
Do you?
Yeah, he hates Eldar, and you've got to make him play Eldar, aren't you?
I'm making play Eldar, yeah.
Yeah.
I nearly made Paddy play Votan, but I figured Admech hadn't been on the channel in fucking ages.
Yeah, it's going to be awful tonight, simply put. And I hate you a little bit because I also want to go home and go to bed. And they're both learning brand new armies.
They don't even have the lists. They don't even have the lists yet.
Yeah, so they're going to have to fly by the seat of their pants. The lists aren't too bad for Eldar because you can still use the cards for the most part. It's pretty shit for Admech though because their data cards and their codex just isn't relevant anymore.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It'll be an app jobby for old pads.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go.
But we're here. We're having a good time.
We are having a good time. And this is the thing, right? I like doing streams. That's why I made a fucking career out of it.
Yeah, I was about to say I'd be fairly concerned if you hated it.
Yeah, I just, at the moment, because of the shop.
You know what we're also going to
lot
have
to
to do is we're going to have to do what we historically and categorically don't normally do, which is when we finish this, we can't just go and sit in those chairs until 5 o'clock.
I don't do that anyway.
No, you normally sit in that chair.
I don't. I do sit in that chair, but that's mostly to do like prep for the evening stream and stuff.
Yeah. But we need to go and I need to finish putting those paints through the machine. Oh, I fucking hate that machine with the paints. So we can tell Games Workshop which paints they didn't send us.
Yeah, it's not many though, is it?
Well, no, not yet, but we also need to know which ones they didn't send us because they just didn't register we'd ordered them, which ones we actually ordered but they haven't sent us, and then which ones have we paid for but they haven't sent, and which ones that we actually never paid for, that's why they didn't send them.
We've got 3 tracks.
3 tracks. You can make the Trotters Independent Traders version of the Murder Tractor.
Another sprue.
Another sprue of track.
More tracks. Yeah, let's just get into chat.
When you've done that track, Liam, you've done all the tracks.
Yeah, the tracks are a bit boring, to be fair. And then I think after you've done the tracks, it starts to actually take some sort of shape.
Do you get to make his massive berserker head?
You get to make this weird, big, giant side skirt, and then you stick 2 tracks together to make 1 track. So you have 4 tracks. It goes down to 2 tracks. They're 2 dual tracks.
Yeah.
And then once you put the side skirts on both sides of the back tracks, you then put the front tracks on the side skirts. And then you have to build that weird canopy thing that looks like it's flimsy. And that goes on there, and then it looks solid. Okay. Then the fun starts. And you know what they say?
Big angry head.
When the fun stops, stop. That's what they say, isn't it?
When the fun starts, stop, or when the fun stops, start?
Yeah.
That one.
That one. I still think it's cool as shit now. I don't know what changed about it for me, but
I don't know. I think it's an entertaining model.
I kind of love it.
It came out at the same time as the Wraith Knight and the First Imperial Knight, and I do feel like Khorne did get the sour end of that fucking deal.
I don't know. I think it's fucking sex. A Gore Storm cannon, an Ica cannon, or a Demo Gore cannon. See, out of all of those, I think that the best one is the one that looks the shittest. So I'm just going to build the one that looks the coolest.
And then say it's the other one.
And just say it's the other one.
That's Warhammer your way, Liam. You have the right to do that.
Has Tony decided? Oh, I'll get to that super chat in a minute. And then you get to build the cool body, and the really weird Hades Gatling cannon or the Skull Hurler.
So when you built when they did the upgrade kit to make the Khitan, was that like resin legs?
Yeah.
So it was like a Forge World kit.
Yeah.
And they charged you £1 million more for the legs.
Yeah. It is just silly cool. This. Look at the state of it when it's built.
I want to know the lore of how it's or why it's made.
The absolute state of that fucking thing. That is ridiculous.
Seems like I've seen that through going down the middle aisle of Asda, getting more bottles of Pepsi Max than any human should ever consume.
I've seen that outside on Empress Road
Gross.
in a miniskirt.
Oh. I haven't seen The Usual Suspect for a while.
No, she's not been present, has she? The weather's been quite bad though.
Yeah.
The weather has in fact been wetter than an otter's pocket. So there's nothing rude about that. If otters had pockets, they'd be very wet, wouldn't they?
If it was an otter that wanted to be in the water, then yes. If it was an otter that was like, actually, I'm not feeling it today, then probably not.
You always look like it's...
Because I'm concerned, because it normally is, Liam.
Fuck it! You always look like it's all pure filth all the time. It's not the case, Toby. I'm an outstanding citizen.
Not always filth, just majority filth.
Are we doing Tony Hopes today?
Do you want Tony Hopes or Toby Hopes?
Oh, that's a chat question, isn't it?
Yeah.
We are on. You wonder.
Do you know what? You can get a Toby Hope, or Tony will be really mean to you.
Oh.
Yep.
We're on 51 of the finest members right now.
Oh, halfway.
We're over halfway. 51. You
Whoa.
legends.
Joe's
And,
car fell down the stairs.
Importantly, with 220 people watching, we're on 93 likes, and that part is entirely free.
It is.
Yeah, of course I haven't seen it. Joe's car is broken.
That's quite offensive, but also very, very funny. You could probably confirm or deny that by just checking Joe's Instagram messages.
Yeah, or who he's followed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you follow Sketty McSkettington from
Did you follow Empress Road Slug? Empress Road Slug 69.
.com /syphilis.
Right. Okay. So we'll start off with Robin Ellis, who dropped in there and threw us 5 gifted memberships right there. A recent Thane as well.
Oh, Robin Ellis. I like Robin Ellis. He's nice to me.
Okay.
he gets a Toby Hope.
Okay, cool.
So, Robin, I hope for you that I think is he doing Space Wolves at the moment? I think so. I hope that you go to pick up your next set of Nina stuff, and when your bag is packed from either, if you've gone !element and you've ordered your stuff, or maybe we'll be open, and you get your models, and if it's us, then it'll be a different hope because I don't want to give away free stock. But I hope that they've accidentally packed 2 of everything. So if you've ordered some Wolfguard Terminators, then you've actually got 2 boxes.
Yeah, please don't do that for us.
No, if it's us, I hope that you come to Hobby House and we've got everything you want in stock, and you'll buy a nice coffee and I'll make it, or a hot chocolate, and you just have a great fucking time. But do you know what? That hope goes for everybody.
Thank you, Buckshot, otherwise known as Joe, for 5 gifted memberships.
Oh, is he nice to me, or is he one of the ones that's mean?
Joe's lovely.
All right, well, he can have a hope.
He lives on the Isle of Widget and he wants to come over to Hobby House quite a lot as well.
Oh, I mean, I hope for you, Joe, that the earliest opportunity you get out of that cesspit.
I hope for you that they accidentally issue you a free Isle of Wight ferry season ticket, but it doesn't have an end date.
Yeah, or you buy 1 ticket, but no one ever checks it.
Yeah,
and when you show it, they're just like, yeah,
that season ticket, you just keep getting to get on. You keep trying, and they keep letting you on.
You're like, what's going on here?
Thank you, Mr. Pie Walker, for 5 gifted memberships.
Oh, Mr. Pie Walker, I think you're nice, so you can have a taupe. I hope for you that whatever your faction of choice is when you get to come to Hobby House, is that day that you come, I've just finished the premium table relevant to your faction.
You actually try and do quite nice hopes. Joe's like, I hope a raccoon serves you a 3-course meal. And you just try and do nice things.
Well, it's a hope, isn't it?
Yeah,
if someone hoped for me that a raccoon served me dinner, I'd be like, do you know, they've fucking all got rabies.
The juxtaposition of the Joe hope is that, there's a high likelihood it's never ever going to happen and it's not real.
Oh. Have I been doing this all wrong?
Well, no, I mean, it's Toby hope rather than the Joe hopes. It's entirely up to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, they get the first thing that comes to my head. Although, I'll be honest, if you want a Tony hope, what essentially it's like those weird men who go online and pay, women to degrade them. I'll be like, you got fucking shit hair. That's your Tony put down. It looks like you painted your fucking Space Marines with a sock.
Luke says, Leagues of Votan stroke Caradron Overlords. Make it happen, Tony.
I don't know if we can put an AOS army into a 40k army. That might be a little bit hard, but narrative mission pack.
Thank you, Chris Galloway. He doesn't live in Ireland. He lives in Ireland.
Okay.
But he also is the person who gave us all the Sylvaneth and Heresy Imperial Fists and stuff to play with. Fucking legend of a man. Thank you for 5 gifted memberships.
Oh, I hope for you that you get to come to Hobby House and you can play with the toys that are already here that you've already got, and that Joe's actually added to those forces for you.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
So you come back and you're, oh my God, I didn't have this model for my Sylvaneth to play with before. And Joe's like, no, I've got it done for you. But unfortunately, you will have to put in the request now. And I think he's taking those non-Space Marine generic unit commissions for 2027, because currently it's just Space Marine.
At the earliest.
At the earliest,
To be
yeah.
fair. Yeah. Is it a Space Marine? No, it's found on the maybe pile.
Is it a Space Marine? No,
Although,
I'm not interested.
I did. What I will give him some credit. I did talk the other day about wanting to play more like Ravenwingy type lists for the Dark Angels.
Are you going to paint you a million fucking Outriders?
18 Outriders he's currently painting. So
the minute you said, I'm quite interested in blah, 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 all we heard was interested, Space Marines,
but
paint.
I said I wanted Outriders for Dark Angels. He's painting 18 Outriders, so you got to give him some credit.
That's the result.
Give him some credit where credit's due. Because I was like, I want some 8 Outriders, and I just expected to see him painting more Night Lords. But
well, I expected him to see him painting more Company Heroes.
he does love a set of Company Heroes, says Joe. He's a big fan of converting them as well. Thank you, Ram O'Clock, for the $5. All non-Space Marine armies suffer. Games Workshop isn't giving enough love, making ever more niche units for Space Marines instead. Lots of pounds left on the table by G-Dubs. I think I sort of agree with this a bit, but I think my main and my favourite forever, as you all know, is Eldar, and I just can't suggest that they haven't had love. They had the most broken rules for Index Edition, 10th edition. They had a stunning range refresh and model release this edition.
I mean, we're just waiting for Cassandras now, isn't it?
Cassandras,
yeah. And,
and there's supposed to be a Phoenix Lord for the Shining Spears as well.
I mean, to be honest,
The idea
those
is
little blue fellas, Asserman's fucking...
Assyrians, Dire Avengers.
Not a good kit, is it?
No, that's the oldest kit now of all the aspects.
That's got Kill Team written all over it.
I think so. And I you know, I look at that. I think they had a lovely model refresh. Their
Eating
codex,
good, yeah.
The codex is very good. They've just heavily nerfed the shit out of them, and they've still got a 54% win rate. So you know, I think Eldar have had love. I think Tyrion's got some early love this edition. They kind of just been left by the wayside. Necrons, I mean, that Nightbringer model.
Oh, it's really good.
My fucking God.
Lee did a nice job with that.
When did the Nightbringer go on stock? Was it Saturday, on sale Saturday?
Yeah, it goes on Saturday. It goes on sale this Saturday.
We have one in stock.
I know, you've been seeing you look at it.
And I really want it. I really want to
Although
buy
when
it.
when those Qatari boxes came this morning, I was like, my babies!
It was one of those where I was like, okay, so this weekend I need to make sure that we install the point of sale system so we can start selling stuff to ourselves.
Yeah. At least we're making money.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we'll still be open on Phase Weekend. It'll just be me and Liam spending our own money in the shop.
so that Nightbringer kit is incredible. I think Necrons have done okay. I think.
I'm shocked we still haven't had a Trizam model.
I do genuinely look at things like Votan and think they probably could have had a little bit more love.
They're range edition part 2 with like taller robot men and give me this and I'll give you that fella. And the mortar cannons. I thought the cannons were cool.
Their round 2 was cool. You know.
Well, what are they missing? I wanted them to have like, you know, like you've got like the Triumph of St. Catherine for thing. I wanted them to have like a big computer core thing, like one of the 3-headed robot things that kind of looks like a Quintesson from Transformers that they have in like the first edition codex they had. That had like, could be put on a trailer and you could tow it along with your Hecatonk.
Oh,
Thus making a land train.
I love the idea of a land train.
Same.
I'd be into it.
I found an STL for a massive sci-fi train and track.
Yeah.
I thought that'd be a good board.
That would be a cool board.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
That's something we can make happen. So I don't know. I think that you're mostly right because I do think of most like Xenos factions and stuff and think that they probably haven't had the love that they need comparatively with Space Marines. But because I'm an Eldar main man, I think I got a hell of a lot of love this edition, and I think I did quite well out of it.
I mean, the other thing is Space Marine players are always kind of eating good because you're now getting fucking all the cool tanks from Heresy in plastic.
And you know, orcs have kind of had a pretty sweet time this edition for the most part. They had some very busted builds and some very strong detachments, and they had a couple of cool new kits with the Breaker Boys and the Tank Busters, which I really like. But I think you're mostly probably right. I mostly agree with you.
I would say I agree. I also just think that whilst, even if everybody on the planet agreed, it would never change because Games Workshop goes Space Marines equal money, laughs in Space Marines.
Yeah, and Rum's point is that lots of pounds left on the table by G-Dubs by not giving love to those other factions. And I don't necessarily fully disagree with him, but...
I do and I don't, because if you're going to spend time developing a Vespid character for Tau or a Space Marine Lieutenant, development time is going to be the same.
Space Marine Lieutenant's definitely going to sell.
Yeah.
Vespid, maybe.
Maybe.
And probably less numbers.
It will sell.
Yeah.
It'll be less numbers, though.
Yeah, well, that's the point, isn't it?
But everyone will be like, it's so cool to see a non... Yeah, I get it. But do you know what has been interesting? Is that the anniversary models and things like that, historically, you'd always get a Space Marine. And now you're not seeing them at all.
No.
Which is quite nice.
Finally today, I got my notification that I could select my Warhammer... my Warhammer Plus model.
Your Spirit Seer being like, don't worry, friend.
That's exactly the one I picked.
If you hadn't, Liam, I'd have been like, where the fuck is Liam? What's going on?
He is fucking stunning, that model.
Yeah, it's wicked. Really, really cool. Are you looking forward to... I can go to the Warhammer Pool store and get the new Alltarg as well soon, because their store birthday's in like 2 weeks.
Can you get me one?
If I go down, I'll get you one.
I'll pay you for it.
I hope so.
Yeah. I don't want the assumption to be like, just get me one.
No, I'll go down to see No, I was going to go down for the store birthday normally, because you can order one if they don't have any in stock, but on the day they normally have them. Owen's a good lad.
Thank you, Dave, for the $5. He says, Chaos Marines should be more individually elite. Let a Chaos Marine lead cultists, their majority veterans. Well, that's... So this is another part of the narrative I don't think being truly reflected, right? I think it was it Lords of Silence was the book I was reading? I'm not sure. And there was this shambling horde of essentially poxwalkers moving towards a guard line, and in that shambling horde of poxwalkers, there was the odd dotted around power armored Death Guard Marine coming through. And I think that, for me, that's more representative. I think a Death Guard Plague Marine in and amongst 10 zombie type creatures as a unit upgrade, where that Plague Marine is a fucking monumental powerhouse that would take 5 Space Marines to take him down. I like that. Yeah. That's cool. But at the moment, it's not 5 Plague Marines, 5 Plague Marines, 5 Plague Marines. Done.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I agree with that comment. Good work.
Yeah, I do, yeah. I think
Toby thinks that's a great comment. Toby thinks you're a bastard.
And I think a Khorne Berserker. So I have to mostly approach this from the side of World Eaters, because they've always been my favourite Chaos faction.
Yeah.
But as a Khorne Berserker, I think a Khorne Berserker should be utterly terrifying in melee.
I mean, the thing that makes me laugh is that I would say that an assault intercessor death company marine, it probably does a berserker better than a berserker does, which I think is wrong.
Right, exactly.
Because I know they're like daddy issues, daddy's dead, everyone looks like Horace, but a berserker's literally like and just wants to kill everything.
He's literally got wires in his brain that make him mental.
Exactly.
Yeah. So where the nails are singing, and you're like, so what does the berserker have? 5 attacks, strength 5, AP 2, damage 1.
And if you're on a charge, you're probably taking Berserker
Warband
or whatever, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm talking like base stat. The thing is, you shouldn't have to need a specific attachment to make a thing.
Standard Marines.
Right, to make a thing fit where it should fit. So if I go into World Eaters, where's my list? It starts with M, I think. There it is. Murderfuck, that's the one. Berserkers, datasheet, melees. So the chain blades. So this is a standard Berserker, right? This is Khorne's elite infantry. Okay? His standard melee profile without Berserker Warband is 4 attacks, Tony, hitting on 3s, a strength 4, AP 1, damage 1.
Is that because you can run them in units of 20 and they don't want to be obnoxious?
A Bloodletter, right, which is a lesser demon.
Yeah, I know what they're like.
They do have less attacks at 2 attacks, but they have 2 attacks at strength 5, -2, 2 damage.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, yeah, not great, is it?
Is that just me, chat? I just think it's mental, you know? As a Corn Berserker, that's not. And I ran when I had the old Eternal Slaughter. I used to run back in the days of old Berserkers when they would fight twice, and also they were fucking absolutely terrifying. And you'd put a brick of 10 Berserkers down, and people would be like, "That's a problem.
Yeah.
I need to keep them away from me." And now you put down a 10 of there's a reason why they let you take them in bricks of 20 now, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, and I would say that 20 Blood Claws are better than 20 Berserkers.
With advance and charge, and then Ragnar in there for reroll wounds, and I don't know. Hey.
Maybe. Throw Karna with the Berserkers, maybe it's better, I don't know.
So I just don't think it's, I don't like it, not a fan. I think you're right. I think Chaos Marines should be more elite because they are more blessed and tainted and corrupted by the Chaos Gods. Cornet Ed! Fucking love you. I knew you'd comment. Thank you for the $10. Thank you for the yellow one. The problem with increasing the points cost creates the problem of overly armies don't win games because they can't hold objectives. Increase power of Marines but make everything else cheaper. And that's my point, right, with the Custodies thing. Like if you increase the points costs of Marines, you can only get 20 Marines on the table, for example, and you power them up to equivalent. The issue you have is then you only get 3 Custodians on the table and you can't hold 4 objectives.
Yeah, but then it becomes where do you actually draw the line of where this problem started, and then you go, well, maybe we need to if we need to make this more like a better result for that, then we need to look at how scoring works for armies that are elite and make it so that certain armies can score in certain ways. I don't understand why like Slay the Warlord, First Strike things ever went away.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was talking to Tom on Tuesday because I said something along the lines of tabling as an auto-win mechanic. I love it. And he went, I think it'd be bad for the game. I said, why? And he said, because what happens when you table, when you introduce that, is people just build lists for tabling. I was like, yeah, but you're taking a gamble. Because if you build a list for tabling and you come up against a game who's built a list for hyper scoring, you might not be able to kill everything, and then he's going to win. So if you
the amount of uppy downy, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So if you take the most maneuverable elf-based bullshit that exists, and then another person builds a list which is just for killing, with terrain-heavy environments, which is what we have right now, there is every risk that list that's designed to just kill can't kill enough to stop them from scoring enough points, and then can't table them. So although I get it that some people will go, but I was writing a World Eaters list, right? I wrote a World Eaters list. I sent it to Paddy. Like, what do you think of this? You know what Paddy said to me?
What?
And it's a fair question for 10th edition. He said, what's holding the home objective? So I built, mine was 3 Demon Princes on foot, Khan, 2 Lords on Juggernauts, 3 units of 20 Berserkers, 2,000 points, done.
Love it.
And he was like, so it's just run everything at your opponent. I was like, yeah, the World Eater's way. And he went, what's holding your home objective? I was like, fuck. But if you had a table mechanic in there, right, that would allow me to do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck my home objective. I'm coming to kill.
This paint doesn't taste very nice.
I'm sure it doesn't, no. So, that's. I think game design has a lot to do with it as well, because
100%.
Then we have to look at, well, I need a unit of jackals so I can hold a home objective and it's sticky, and I need a couple of units of the other dudes because I need an infiltrator that blocks people. It's just game design is important. So I don't know. I think there's mechanics and things that they could probably bring in that mean that your list building then becomes a bit different. I never forget, I went to No Retreat. I think this was 7th edition, the first No Retreat I ever went to. And I took my World Eaters Warband then.
Yeah.
And I was playing a German guy called Henny on, I think it was the final game of day 1 or something. And he was playing Dark Angels. It was a fucking great game. And we were really enjoying ourselves. There's full narrative spiel going on.
Yeah, love it.
Absolutely beautiful. And there was a point where my Berserker could go that way and go and stand on an objective.
Yeah.
Or he could go that way and attack something and go and fight it.
And the logical thing would have been to take the objective, but the narrative thing would be like, now you're going to have a fight.
The thing that almost guaranteed the win would be going and getting the objective.
Yeah.
The thing that was World Eater was to go for the fight.
Yeah.
So I went for the fight.
Good.
Now, I was rewarded by the Chaos Gods because I won the game anyway.
Yep.
But it was the difference between just winning before guaranteeing the win. But I was like, I'm not going to, as a rampaging madman with a fucking giant chain axe and the nail singing, I'm not going to go and stand on an objective, am I? That would be fucking stupid. I'm going to run into that unit and try and fight it. Because that's what I would want to do.
Yep.
And I did it. And that kind of freedom to play that way, I feel is missing slightly. And I think that maybe Ultramarines really care about objectives and admin and capturing data. and I don't think fucking World Eaters give a shit.
No.
So, but I can't play like World Eaters don't give a shit because I've got to have units that can do actions and units that can hold my home objective, and it doesn't feel like my World Eaters warband anymore. So I'm actually thinking about building that World Eaters list and just playing that way anyway. And that will confuse the shit out of people at tournaments. Like, what's staying in your deployment zone? Nothing.
I could deep strike behind if you do that. Fine.
Cool.
I'll turn around.
I'll turn around and fight you there as well. Exactly. Hey, that's just my thoughts. But yeah, I for the most part, Cornetted, I do agree with you. I think that is the problem. I think the problem in allowing custodies and flyers and super heavies in the game means that you have parameters that are quite wide, and you've got to fit it in there somewhere to make sure that they function as they should. Where you still get more guardsmen than Space Marines, but you don't quite get as many custodies, and that's a difficult balance to strike.
Yeah.
Ben, thank you for the €20. Chaos has had the problem this edition from having to jump through hoops for getting something over other armies just get as a baseline. And although in most cases where this is very narrative, it can feel like a drag when playing. So I've touched on this, I'll touch on it again. But you're 100% right. When I first saw Dark Packs, and I said this I think last week, when I first saw Dark Packs, I absolutely adored Dark Packs. I thought they were one of the greatest fucking concepts they've come up with. And I thought to myself, if they keep doing this with every other faction, here's a benefit, but there is a potential negative. What a great way to play the game. I love that.
Yeah, okay.
I love the kind of, with one hand we give and with the other hand we take away. It's very chaos as well, to be honest with you. And I thought that was spot on. And then they didn't do it for anyone else. It was only Chaos Space Marines. I was like, cool. So it's like, oh, if you're Space Marines, pick any unit you want, reroll all hits.
Yeah, fine.
Oh, and guess what? You just get access to sustain and lethal and loads of data sheets.
Yeah.
And then Chaos Space Marines don't get sustain and lethal on your data sheets. You can't just reroll any hits. You can have sustain and lethal, but you might take D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
It's a bit shit, innit?
The Fairness Police didn't do well.
No. And I think this is changing with the change. So what you have to remember is, I don't know how public knowledge this is, but what you have to remember is throughout the edition, from start to now, there's been a significant change in the rules writing team and the structure of the rules writing team and how they operate and how they report. It has changed in 10th edition. So when I play tested previously to where they are now is monumental differences in operating, right? And I think that for the most part, over the course of the last 6 to 12 months of the edition, we've seen better consistency. Not perfect, but better consistency, better balance, and more kind of fair and equal for the most part, right? Before that, and having known the way that they operated previously, it doesn't surprise me in any way whatsoever that one codex comes out and looks fucking incredible, and the other one comes out and looks a bit shit. Like they'd received two different briefings.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because they would say, hey Tony, you get to go and write Space Marines and Tau and Eldar.
Yeah.
And Liam, you get to go and do Tyranids and Chaos and I don't know, another wank one, Admech.
And who's Toby get to write?
Toby's, fuck him. That's what would happen. So I would go away and I'd go, right, I got Chaos and Tyranids and Admech.
Yeah.
So I'd start writing one book and I'd go, cool, I'm happy with my Chaos book. And then I'd start writing my Tyranids book and I'd kind of level it to the Chaos book. And then I'd write my Admech book and I'd kind of level it to those two books. Yeah. Right? Makes sense. Meanwhile, you've gone away and you've written Space Marines, right? And you've written Space Marines that's so much better than my Chaos book, but I have no idea.
Yeah.
Because guess what? They don't talk to each other. And then you write your next book, Eldar, and you match it to Space Marines. So what you've then done, at the end of your process, you've built 3 super powerful books. I've built 3 dog shit books, and then we released them.
And then patch them. And make the book obsolete.
Right. Yeah, mental. But that's basically what used to happen. Thank you for the origin. Anyway, you're a hero. You are right. Dark Packs, I think, is a great mechanic, and I think it was a good idea, and I think that it never materialised for every other faction. No other faction really has any negatives, to be honest with you. It's all positives. There's a couple negatives here and there for little bits and bobs, but for the most part, it's just positives. And I love the idea of, you don't have to do this thing. You can just operate normally. If you do this thing, you could have this huge boon. And at the same time, do you know I miss the Chaos Boon chart?
Oh, where like an aspiring champion could become a demon prince.
Right.
Yeah, that was very
I really
sick.
missed that shit. My aspiring champions died, spend a CP, roll on a chart, double 6, Demon Prince. Motherfuckers.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, I miss that kind of stuff. So I do like the mechanic. I think the mechanic's good. I think the idea is good. I think the execution has been poor because not all things are created equally. So yeah, I'm with you. I love it. Are you ready for a big taupe?
A big tope or a tobe?
Taupe.
Taupe, so it's not being mean.
Because Rossonero 7847
Yeah.
has gifted 20 memberships.
20 gifted memberships, Rossonero. Where's he from? Do we know?
And we're on 61 right now.
That's close.
Rossonero is in America land, I believe.
I hope, for you, Rossonero, and all your American friends, that when Warhammer World America opens... Wait, this is slightly different. I'm going off track here. Right? Seriously, what's this man's name?
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at. James goes, seriously, what's this man's name? I'm so confused. He'll be New Joe until someone explains it to me.
I mean, I don't know what my fucking name is anymore. I go between Toby, Tobias, or Tony.
Tony is your name, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Joe.
Whenever I write your name in my phone, it auto-corrects to Tony.
That's nice.
And then I have to manually change it back to Toby every single time.
You just go
to the point where I've thought about going into my keyboard and writing, if I type Tony, change to Toby.
Yeah. That's fair. So I hope when Warhammer World America opens, they also open a production factory so that it brings the cost of your models down for everybody in America.
Decent, love it. Thank you, Evan, for the one gifted. Thank you, Xylate, for $10. I've started building a 1,000 Vashtor army.
Vashtor!
Try and get back into the game.
Great lord, terrible model.
The appeal was the lowest model count. I'd love to do some proper word bearers models and hopefully Renegade Marine kits. I think Red Corsairs would be quite nice for stuff like that as well. Joe hates Vashtor model as well. I don't hate it.
I don't like his face.
I don't hate it. I don't love it. I don't hate it.
Do you know what my problem is? He's not big enough. I feel like he should be a bit bigger. But I'm hoping because he's not bigger, we're going to get big fucking Pete Turbo, who's going to be like, fucking, let's go Vashtor, you and me, bro. I'd be about that.
We have a Vashtor, I think, probably in Joe's garage, because he wanted him at one point when he read his rules.
That doesn't sound like Joe at all.
I hate the model. The model's awful. I hate the model. Read his rules. They're good. I'm going to paint the model.
Normally, just make you buy 3 models to convert his own version.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could have converted one, but I like Vashtor. I think Vashtor's cool.
I love the lore of Vashtor. I think it's really interesting. I think it's going to lead into Dark Mech. Dark Mech will be a problem for my wallet. But also, I like the fact that Vashtor's been doing a lot of stuff with Pete Turbo in the Warp. And I'm all about Iron Warriors at the moment, so.
Yeah. To get back into the game, 1,000 points Vashtor to get back into the game sounds cool.
I think so.
I don't categorically, I don't think that any of the Chaos factions are unplayable at the moment. I think the balance of the game is really, really good. I think that if you're quite open with what you're happy to take, run, use, play with, then Chaos Space Marines can do well, Emperor's Children can do well, Wild Eaters can do well. Like I said, our own Tom has been having so much success with Wild Eaters, so they clearly aren't bad. There's been people out there winning tournaments with Emperor's Children, and obviously we've seen people winning tournaments with Chaos Space Marines. So hopefully you have fun. Hopefully it does scratch that itch and get you a bit more sort of back into the hobby. Good.
I mean, if it gets you playing and painting again, then it's a win. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Especially not Tony. Toby's got you back. Tony thinks you're a dickhead.
Thank you for the $5. CSM used to be really fun to play when you had Chaos Boons. Kill a unit and your Lord could either get super hot or it could be Spawn. Yeah, that's what we just said. Yeah. That was the other side of it, right?
It could be a Spawn.
You double 6 it, you became a Demon Prince.
Double 1.
You double 1s it, you became a Spawn.
Yeah.
Fucking great, that.
That was good.
Love that. And there was loads +1 toughness, +1 attack, +1 strength, +1 wound.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely beautiful stratagem that was. I miss it massively. But, we can't have nice things as Chaos people.
No, apparently not.
But I wonder if it's because it's so... I wonder if it's removed because the likelihood of maybe there's a possibility, albeit small, that 3 aspiring champions could die and become demon princes. And then
you haven't paid the points for those. Yeah, unfortunately, that probably did play a part in it.
It's like Summon and Demons was the same, wasn't it? You used to have to then, to start with, it was just Summon Demons, go for it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, no, you've got to keep the points aside to Summon Demons. And I think that kind of ruined the fun.
Especially when people will go, cool, so you need a psychic unit to hire to summon demons, so I'm going to kill him, and you've just lost 500 points because you can't bring him on the table.
Right, exactly. But summoning was a cool, fun narrative mechanic, and I think they changed it to you must add points because it ruined the tournament scene. So, tournament people are abusing this thing, let's take the fun away.
No fun for you, tournament. Tournament people have ruined it, sorry.
Yeah, which happens quite, and I'm not against tournaments or tournament people, but that happens quite often. So, hey, thank you, Sheep, for 10 gifted memberships.
I love that name.
Sheep also lives on the Isle of Wight.
All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
And actually said at the time, I really also want that hope for the...
well, you know what, Sheep? It's your
Season ticket.
fucking lucky day. I hope that you get the same one, but also... Oh, no, tell you what, I hope that... who was the first person who got that hope?
Mr. Joe is Buckshot.
Buckshot. So Buckshot, he gets 2 of his season tickets, right? But what you get is, in every time that you're on the ferry, you've got £25 to use on the cafe on the way. And you could share that with Rob. You two could like £12.50 each and a free ticket.
I'm really hungry at the moment.
I need to go to the shop.
I've had a protein yogurt and a pack of fridge raiders
That's not enough, Liam.
as my food today. So having Psychers to summon demons also meant Khorne and Khornates couldn't summon. I always felt I've always felt that summoning demons should have been more of a priest job than a Psyker job.
Yeah. I remember, I don't think it was an official rule set. It might have been a homebrew tournament I played at an independent up in Birmingham one time. But with it was a Khorne v someone mechanic, and if a unit died completely, you rolled a dice, and on each, like we did with the explosions and battle round, a unit of bloodletters would come.
That's cool.
Because stuff had died and it was.
But priests chanting makes more sense. To summon demons makes more sense to me than Psychers doing brain stuff. And the other thing as well is if you'd have said priests can summon and only like Chaos Space Marines and fucking World Eaters had priests and stuff, and then that would have stopped the nonsense before where fucking Eldar Psychers were summoning Lords of Change.
Do you remember the edition where you had like the Allies table mechanic and you were getting Tau and Eldar combo armies that were just fucking flattening everybody?
Well, I came fourth at a big GT in Colchester once with Eldar allied with Imperial Knights. So I had an Eldar Windrider host from the formations of
with a fucking
7th
knight.
edition with a Wraith Knight and 2 Imperial Knights. Did quite well that list.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Jet bikes for scoring and speed.
Though some of those detachments at the end of 7th were fucking flat
insane.
broken.
Absolutely mental. It was a
time.
Narrative Liam nowadays looks back on that and shudders.
Yeah.
And goes, what was I fucking doing? But Power Creep trying to play tournaments Liam back then was like, this will do well.
Yep, that's fucked. Let's do that.
Yeah. Thank you, Prentice, for the $5. Has Tony decided on the lists for Paddy and Tom or just the armies currently?
So I asked Liam, and I was like, right, so we've decided that it's going to be Admech and Eldar. So Tom's going to have to play Eldar. Paddy can play Admech. I chose Admech over Votan for Paddy because I don't think Admech have been on the channel in fucking months.
They haven't, no.
So I was like, maybe that would be a good laugh. And Paddy's quite an averse man. He knows what he's doing with stuff. So I'm sure he's played against Admech. He might be able to make something work. Then I asked Liam, I was like, how much does Tom hate Eldar? And he's like, he really hates Eldar. And I said, oh, okay, well, what's he ever said about it? He's like, well, he said if he ever had to play Eldar, he'd want to play Wraiths. So I'm subsequently not putting any Wraiths in.
No, don't play Wraiths.
Not one. Not a single one.
No.
And then I'm not sure what I'm going to get.
Remembering that Tom's the reason you have to play
I have
Paddy,
to play.
but,
I have to get bummed by Paddy.
Exactly, yeah.
So
Remember that one.
that's why Tom's getting. And I might make Paddy's list somewhat okay, so that I don't get absolutely. Although I've written my list to play Paddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is in it?
The Lion, 2 Chaplains in Terminator armor, 15 Deathwing Knights, and 20 Deathwing Terminators.
Cool, I'm into it. Love it. Thank you, Necro Goblin, for the 50 Danish Corona. Think that just upgrade sprees for different CSM legions would give more hype, and just posted pics of the Lord of Skulls I'm making for spare parts.
Oh, I love that.
The upgrade sprees they did for Joe said this is a Joeism, this isn't a meism, but the upgrade sprees that they've done recently, for example, the
Night
Nemesis
Lords.
Claw type kit, is so incredibly popular that I think they've gone, oh, hang on a minute. There's money in this. There's money in them there hills.
And do you know what? There's more flavour in the Chaos ones than there are like the Ultramarines or Blood Angels.
Yeah, and I
as
think
right?
you know, I think I don't know. Maybe this is just my echo chamber, but I think the Red Corsair stuff has been really well received so far.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're going, okay, we don't need to just.
Give me some Iron Warriors stuff. I mean, primarily I'm doing my Iron Warriors for Heresy, but you know, if we get Pete Perturabo, then I've already worked out what my units can play as. Like, you know, Legionaries and Standard Space Marines are one and the same.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see some Iron Warriors stuff.
Yeah, that'd be cool. One of the problems I have with Chaos Space Marines as a generic faction is their range it feels a bit all over the place.
Yeah.
It doesn't really kind of fit.
But then all the legions that turn to Chaos, like obviously they've done quite a good job with the 4 like aligned gods to give them their own aesthetic, but Iron Warriors and Night Lords and Red Corsairs and fucking World Bearers, they should all have their own feel, and the generic Chaos Space Marine does not convey that well. Because Iron Warriors, whilst they fell to Chaos, they shouldn't be all like warply, wingly, tentacly.
Warply wingly.
Warply wingly. Yeah.
They shouldn't be warply wingly.
They shouldn't be. They should be like, fuck it, robots.
I agree with you. Thank you so much, Meg from Starbucks, for 5 gifted memberships.
Meg from Starbucks, I hope that next time Liam comes to Starbucks, he's like, don't worry, Meg, I'm going to buy you a drink this time.
I've offered before.
Well, there you go. Well, next time she'll accept.
I'm a nice guy.
I like Meg from Starbucks. She makes a nice drink.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank
You might be able to come here soon, Meg, and use our fancy coffee machine.
Thank you for Tank for the $5. He says, "Do like a lot of skulls. Hoping for it to be my first hobby house purchase. We don't have any. I need to find out how I order one. I need to get
That's
into my."
on that horrible fucking email that came through today that Derek's gonna absolutely have a fucking meltdown when he sees, because I opened it and was like, oh fuck my life.
You mean the big spreadsheet of nonsense?
The one which is like, here's how you order stuff that is made to order.
No. We have a portal for that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I did glance at that and be like, nope, not looking at that one for now. No. Horrible.
No,
What a fucking weird company sometimes, isn't it?
It is.
Multi-billion-pound FTSE 100 company, and
the fact that we have to place our order on the fucking telephone is.
But I
beyond
don't.
me.
I do. I have to place my pre-orders on the telephone. The rest of them, like, they're agreed.
Yeah, and then you were like, can I just send you this other thing to update the stock that you're meant to have sent us but didn't have in stock that you've now got back in stock? And he was like, blah, 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 blah. And then we now got a delivery today. And I'm like, we haven't ordered this, but we have ordered this.
Yeah.
But our system doesn't know we've ordered it yet.
we paid for it.
Well, yeah.
But I in future for non-pre-orders, he's agreed to just let me send an email through
Jesus fucking Christ for that. We
With,
we
our
can use the fucking mega sheet.
completed spreadsheet,
And then it'll just tell us what we're not having.
and they'll just tell us what we're not having, and we have to go in and amend it all.
We amend that delivery before we check it off. Yeah, fine. Love that.
And then for pre-orders, you do have to do it on the phone.
But that's fine, because you go, how many do you want? 10. You're getting 1. Sweet. Thanks very much. Great
Yeah,
conversation.
cheers. Good chat.
Yeah,
Love that.
really glad this went on for an hour and a half.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Meg, for the $5 your area. Thank you, Tank, for the 5 gifted. Sorry, thank you, Tank, for the $5. You're a legend. I will have a look at if there's a way I can order a Lord of Skull. If I know I'm selling it to someone, I'm okay to buy one.
That's the only reason we got 2 fucking Skitarii battle group boxes, because you knew I'd buy one.
They don't go on pre-order until Saturday, Toby.
Oh. Hang on, I'm not under any NDAs, I can say it.
Thank you, Because of Dragons, for the 5 gifted memberships.
We just dig my I hope for you that if you ever say something and immediately think you probably shouldn't have said that, you have a time machine and you can go back in time and
Or
and
no
not
one
say
was
it.
listening.
Or no one was listening.
Yeah, not 250 people. Thank you.
I forget that's not common knowledge to everybody.
No, yeah, we have to be careful with that sort of stuff.
But there is no NDA.
There strictly isn't an NDA, no.
I mean, I know you guys have an NDA.
I have an NDA, yeah.
I don't. You didn't say it.
No, I didn't say it, but it was said on my channel.
By a guest.
Thank you, Nick, for $10. Slow Day built a proxy Telemon and Calidus tank. Take new plastic 40k versions announced tomorrow to the bank. Also, since I started Custodies, I noticed everyone wants their stat line on Astartes. But the thing is, if you gave Astartes a Custodies stat line, Nick, you would then have to give a Custodies stat line a better stat line, like a Demon Prince. You'd have to.
But they should be. Custodies are absolutely fucking nuts.
Could a Custody one-on-one a Demon Prince?
Probably.
So then,
I think they did when Khorne invaded Terra, when Gilliman was running back across the galaxy after his waifu fucking brought him back from the dead. There was when the Custodians had to hold the gate at Terra, didn't they? With old Trigon and Gilliman when they got off the moon, and I think they were fucking up Demon Princes.
But this is what I would have done with Custodians if I was Games Workshop years ago, right? So we have Demon Princes in Chaos Space Marines. So why didn't you make a Custodian Guard a demon prince
Yeah.
for the loyalists as an alliable character. So you can take this custodian guard in your Space Marine army, but it's going to cost you fucking 300 points.
I'd have done it.
Right, of course you would. That would have been cool
so
as
fucking
shit.
cool.
That would be really cool. I didn't want to, so I just banged my microphone. Sorry, everyone. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Because of Dragons, for the $5. Keep doing what you're doing, you guys. Keeping me sane with the laughs and the love for the games. Always the best, even when things are tough. Oh, thank you, mate. We try.
We do try.
This last week and a half, 2 weeks has been quite the challenge, to say the very least. I still always try and be upbeat and smiley and laughing, happy and cheerful on the stream as much as I can be. In fact, on Tuesday we were getting ready to go live, and my energy levels were in the toilet.
Yeah.
And
even the KFC you didn't.
Tom and Toby said your levels are really fucking low, and I was like, don't worry. As soon as the camera goes on, they'll go back up to 150%.
They did.
And Tom said that. Tom said, you do that. Every single time the camera goes on, there's just... And I was like, we'll have to. We're here to entertain people. And if I could be cheerful and make someone else's day a bit better because they've had a laugh or they've had a giggle or they've enjoyed it, that then makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Because I've helped someone else, that then helps me. That's just how I work, so...
God, this is fucking endless.
Thank you, Simrev, for the $2. Liam, you're going to take World Eaters Fun to Beachhead, right? I don't think I'm going to play at Beachhead.
I didn't get a ticket to play. I just get a ticket to go.
Did you want a ticket to play? Because I've got one.
No, I would be everybody's worst game, but best opponent because I have a great time. Do I want to start this? No, probably not.
Joe painted 15. He's painting 18 Outriders because he wrote a cool Dark Angels list for me to take to Beachhead. I just don't think I'm going to play. I don't think I want to. I think I'm going to be so exhausted from this place that I don't want to spend a weekend having to play games.
Yeah,
if I can go in, be sociable, hang out with people, have a beer, maybe go and have an hour's break in the hotel room whenever I feel like it.
Oh, yeah, I think you guys stay down there. I was just going to drive down.
Yeah, I think, well, because we drink.
When I don't drink, so...
Exactly. So I think if I can do that, then I think I'm going to be a bit more relaxed after that weekend than I am going to be stressed as we then... And there's an argument that I don't even stay on the Sunday for very long because we've got a week that week because we're looking at opening the weekend after.
Yeah.
So I might not play because the other problem I have is Adam says you can drop in and out as you want, and it's a great mechanic and I love it, and I think it should always be encouraged. But I think last year they also still used strength of schedule, and then if I drop in and out, I actually start fucking other people's scores, and I don't like that. And I know I'm going to drop in and out because I don't want to play every game. So I'll be there. I'll be there on the Friday evening, late Friday evening. I'll be there on the Saturday. I might be on the Sunday morning, but for the most part, and I'm going to be there because all the lads are there. Paddy's there, Ben's there, Dan's there, Joe's there, Tom's there. Well, Joe might be there. It depends if he can walk there in time. My mate Lee's there, who paints our Necrons for us and painted the Carriage on Overlords for us and the Space Wolves. So all the guys are there, so I'm very keen to go.
I'm there.
And Toby's there, obviously. Yeah. I'm very keen to go and see. I mean, I literally see you every day anyway.
Yeah, but you don't see me in Bournemouth every day.
Fair, that's correct. No, but I don't see them every day. I see them some days.
You see Joe and Tom like 2 days a week.
Well, I did.
I mean, that's true.
So
I'm expecting next week Joe's going to have to play by me standing here holding an iPad up.
Yeah, maybe.
With his face on it.
Yeah, oh my God, we're on 66 members. Execute Order 66.
That's
3 members away, chat.
3 members away, not from the top. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know why I fucking said it.
Silky, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Silky, I hope for you, Silky, that next time you do your washing, everything comes out and it's like silky, like brand new. For some reason, you use a new like detergent or whatever, and everything's come out like brand new.
Do you ever pull things out the washing machine and hang them immediately to dry in the hope that you don't have to iron them properly?
No, because Samantha does all that.
Wow.
Only because she'll say I won't do it as good as she will, which is fair.
Luce doesn't like me doing the washing, to be fair.
We just have like assigned chores. So she'll do the washing and the cleaning and stuff, I do the cooking.
She doesn't like me doing the washing because I'm of the attitude in the modern day, in 2025, that I can just take anything out of the washing basket, stick it in the washing machine until it's nearly full, put a pod in, put on a 40 wash, turn it on, go.
Yep.
And I've never had a problem. And she's like, you can't do that. I'm like, why can't I do that? She's like, because colours will run. Like, what colours? Reds run. I was like, my Saint shirt's red and white stripes. So how do you separate them out? How does that work? Can't put reds in with whites. How's this shirt working?
Yeah, gutted loose. You're wrong.
So she bans me because I'm not allowed to do it. But whatever. Hey, thank you, Buckshot. Thank you, Joe. He's back for $20. My ears have pricked up at the thing that shouldn't have been mentioned. I will be 100% wanting at least one of them. Well, that's good because we've got two and Toby wants one. I might as well say it now. You already have.
I wanted two, so you might be fighting me for it, Buckshot.
You won't be. You're gonna have one.
Can we order another one?
Yeah.
Cool. We have to do it on the phone though.
Yeah, we can order another one. I live a couple minutes drive from Beachhead and have 2 driveway spaces free if you guys ever need somewhere to stay for it in the future. Can let you know in the future and have. Oh, thanks, mate. You're a legend. Thanks, Dave. What a hero.
I need to work out where I'm going to park for Beachhead.
At Beachhead.
Is there car parking?
Yeah.
Is there loads?
There's a multi-story attached to the building.
Oh, okay.
So you'll be fine.
Sick.
It's tight, but your car will fit fine.
All right.
I'm unexcited about driving. Actually, mine goes into the hotel car park, which is a walk away. So.
Yeah. Joe's car will fit.
Yeah.
And by that I mean his legs.
Chat. We're on 66 members. Can we get over 70 before I go and start doing more hobby house work? You've got to write lists for.
Oh yeah, and I don't know what I'm fucking doing either.
No, and you've waited until the lights are dark as well, so it's going to be hard to see out there.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it's because unfortunately I had to do my day job.
Boo, hiss, boo.
Well, no, I mean, I enjoy my day job, so.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't enjoy counting all them fucking paints.
Isn't it the Bic? There's loads of parking there. There is, yeah. It is at the Bic, and the Bic has a multi-story attached to it. Although the the year before, I parked in the multi-story, or not last year, 2 years ago, I parked in the multi-story, and someone parked so close to my driver's side in that, because the spaces aren't very big, that I couldn't get in my driver's door. So I had to climb in my
passenger
boot.
door.
No, because I couldn't get in the passenger door. I had to climb in the boot and climb through to the driver's seat to be able to drive out.
That's a vibe, isn't it?
Yeah. Sad panda, but fair play, mate. Come cheer my freshly painted Dracarion with a beer Friday, Saturday. I'm sure I'll need it as it's my first U2 of them. I absolutely will, mate. 100%. I'll come and find you. Don't you worry. I'm there for the sociable. I can't not have the sociable. It'd be fun.
I reckon that, we were talking about taking hobby house like doodahs or whatever.
Flyers.
If we've got the rewards in on there, we could put, like, if you bring that flyer in, you get like 100 points on your account. It's like £1.
Well, I need to talk to Adam and see whether that's allowed or not, because I don't want to piss people off by flyering at an event that we haven't paid for kind of trade space for.
That's fair.
So
yeah, we don't want to upset anybody.
Yeah, I'm very conscious about.
Otherwise, I'll just stand outside and flyer it.
Yeah. I'm just very conscious about doing things properly, or just sneak it into everyone's army box.
Yeah.
I'm very conscious about doing things properly. I want to do things properly. So.
I don't want to upset anybody.
Brandon Lagasse, thank you for 5 gifted memberships.
Brandon, thank you. I hope that you, Brandon, get to have a takeaway of your choosing for dinner.
Ooh. What, is that a hint?
No, we had takeaway the other day, Liam. Can't have takeaway again.
I mean, have you heard the rain outside?
Oh.
You can hear it now, listen.
Is that rain?
Yeah, that's rain.
Maybe we're having a takeaway. Do Five Guys deliver it?
Yes, they do.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I'm so fucked. Right, that gets us to 71 members. I think I'll take that as. Will I take that as a win? I think I'll take that as a win for now. It's not 100. It's not the 520 million it was on Tuesday.
No.
But
yeah. Everyone who gifts is super appreciated.
Fucking legends, all of you. Every single one. Whether it's 1, 5, 10, 20, or 50, you're all fucking heroes. As for all the super chats.
Or for 400.
Or 400, yeah, if you do 400.
Yeah.
Still banks of 50.
Although if you want 400, you might get a bench at Hobby House.
I think we have to do a John McArdle, but if you where the car park is, right down the end where the wheelie bins are, there's a bit of grass.
Yeah.
I reckon we could re-turf that and put a bench on, a memorial bench on.
That would be very fun.
I think we could do that.
If we bought the next 3D printer with a laser engraver, we could engrave Lord Marshal McArdle.
I think I'd pay for that bench out of my own money because I don't think I'd get it past the team as a hobby house expense. But I think I could do that. I think I could put that bench out there with my own money. But the funny thing is, everyone's going to think he's dead because it's a memorial bench.
Yeah, it'd be all right.
Yeah. Or we could. He keeps saying he wants his photo in the bathroom, so we could literally just put a random porcelain toilet down the end.
The McArdle, the golden throne.
Yeah.
The McArdle golden throne.
We could do that, couldn't we? We could do the Ricardo room upstairs when we open the D&D rooms.
Oh, yeah. And the GM can have a golden throne to sit on. The Mikado throne.
Yeah.
Potentially made out of a toilet.
Yeah.
I really hope we get the expansion. I'd fucking love that. Mainly so we don't have to carry all those boxes upstairs.
We'll have to. The only way we get the expansion is by
Opening the fucking shop.
I've lost 3.9 kilos in the past month, giving a total of 23.8 kilos for the past 6 months. Congratulations, man. That's
sick.
Amazing.
Well done, buddy.
That's really, really good.
That's wicked.
What a legend. Buckshot's also tried to gift 20 more members. YouTube's currently got stuck.
Oh no.
Normally when YouTube gets stuck, if people, right, this always sounds like a con, and then someone does it and it works. Sometimes, very rare occasions, it doesn't work. Most of the time it works. I always say this, when someone gives a big gift and YouTube gets stuck, if other people gift lower gift amounts, at some point it pushes it through.
So we need someone to gift 1 or 5?
Yeah, but everyone's like, yeah, all right, Liam. And then someone will gift 5, and then suddenly all 25 come through. But, you know, I have to wait now to see if YouTube does it, because if I shut it down and YouTube doesn't give them out, then Joe just gets a refund, which is great, because he gets a lovely hope, looks like a big dick, gets all his money back.
Well, I'm holding out for that hope now, just in case. Toby would have given it straight away, but Tony doesn't fuck like that.
Tony doesn't fuck like that. Luke's tried to give 1, so either it will actually go through now, or it will be flat stuck.
And if it's flat stuck, is that another stress I can add to the Liam pile today?
If it's flat stuck, that is another stress we can add to the Liam pile.
Sounds like a scam. It may in fact have been a scam.
This one might look like a scam. The bonus is if it doesn't.
Well, one didn't work.
The bonus is if it doesn't give it out. If it flat doesn't give it out, you get refunded. So you know.
But, I mean, so he hasn't given out the 1 either, has it? Or has it?
It hasn't given it. There, so it's given the 1 out.
Cool.
Push that one through. And that might now push the other ones through. Normally does. Come on, YouTube.
Please, YouTube.
Come on, YouTube.
Please.
Come on, YouTube.
Oh, there's mine. Oh, the one went through.
Oh,
Ed.
Oh, no. Thanks, Ed, for 5.
Your wish is pending.
Pending wish. No one else gift now, because I think it's stuck.
What happens when it gets stuck? I remember you having that meltdown when I started, where you were like, people are gifting and I'm not getting any fucking money.
What happens when it gets stuck is I end up rowing with YouTube a lot. They don't do anything about it, and then
it automatically fixes, and they're like, "Oh, it was never a problem in the first place." You're like, "You lying bastards!"
Yeah. If you are in the chat right now and you're a grey name and you haven't got gifted memberships turned on, please turn them on immediately, and that might also help. If you haven't got a membership and you've got gifted turned on, I think there's a setting you can go to where you can turn it off and on again, and then sometimes that works as well. YouTube are not helpful in these situations or these circumstances, I'll be honest.
No, I can imagine they're not particularly great.
Don't worry, AI will fix it. AI's been causing problems on YouTube lately.
It's been fixing a lot of our hobby house problems.
Yeah, but YouTube have been taking down channels that are heavily AI-fed content.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know what term of service it breaks or breaches. I'm sure there's one, but basically
there's a lot of Warhammer like shorts that are clearly made by AI. People have uploaded.
Yeah. So if your channel is predominantly like AI-based content, they're demonetizing a lot of people, and a lot of people got very upset about it because it's become their income and their job, and YouTube's gone, no, not anymore. Now, I think if YouTube can prove it's in line with their terms of service, then they'll say, well, it's your own fault because it's in breach of terms of service. But I don't know if it is or not. What annoys me about the whole situation, though, is that how do you think they're identifying channels with AI content?
With AI.
With AI. And so the channel, the thing that's identifying the content and nuking it and shutting it down is AI. And like, is that not the biggest hypocritical thing you could have done? If you had humans reviewing it and shutting them down, then fair enough. But you've just used an AI tool to shut down AI. Well, that seems nonsense, personally speaking. Thank you so much, the laser guy, for one gifted as well. I'm gonna give it a little minute, see what happens, see if YouTube goes, yeah, we're only joking. Here you go, have all these memberships, or whether it's now actually fucked. Maybe right there.
Yes.
Tap in.
Well, I've got to have it on loud in case the doorbell rings. I wouldn't normally have it on loud.
Why would the doorbell ring?
In case someone's trying to deliver something.
Have we got anything due delivery?
Well, I don't know. I've got to find out what's going on with our fucking battle mats now.
Oh, are they not being held in a warehouse? Didn't you say?
Well, yeah, they're being held because of something, and I had to email Deep Cut and was like, "Can you confirm this?" But whilst I also asked them to confirm it, I also went and found what they were charging us for it and sent that to UPS and was like, "This is what I'm going to give you the same information they're giving at me, but this is what it is." Got to see if they've replied. I wonder if they have replied. I'd like them to dispatch them. Let's have a look.
The remembrance got reinstated, did he? Good.
He did, yeah.
Well, that's the problem, because the AI bot is doing the work, he's getting a lot wrong. So when it gets it wrong, obviously people then get demonetised who don't deserve to be demonetised. They're then panicking because they've got no job, right?
Yeah.
James turned gifted memberships on and one of Joe's came through immediately.
Right.
So we need another 100 accounts created that are sub to the channel with gifted memberships turned on and we'll be fine.
Do I need to go make Tony's YouTube?
Your alter ego.
Yeah.
You're going to have a real me, myself and Irene moment in the future, aren't you?
Yeah. But I'm going to use it when I end up stabbing someone for not putting their coffee cup back properly. It'll be like, that was Tony, not me.
The bonus being, if that one's been gifted out by Joe, they now won't refund any of his money, we'll get all of it.
Oh. Sorry, Joe. But you do get your hope now.
Well, Joe said that if it refunded him, he'll give it out again tonight. So, you know, he's okay with them taking it. Thank you, Joe. You're a legend.
I heard that if there's 100 members tonight, I get to choose Joe's list against Tom.
I don't think that's at risk because when they don't give out, they don't come through on there. So we're currently showing at 60, 73, you see, despite the fact that we've had 97 gifted.
Oh, so does that mean we nearly hit the target then?
Well, no, because it hasn't given them out.
Oh. But that's YouTube's fault, not their fault.
Correct.
Bastard YouTube.
It's absolutely YouTube's fault.
I'm really sick of painting this silver now, but I've still got so much to do. But I have made more progress than I would have done just sat there on my own doing it.
I thought you loved terrain painting.
I do love terrain painting.
What would you about then?
It's just the boring bit. Once I've done the silver, I can start doing the OSL and the bronze and stuff. It's piss. It's just this is the long stage. Because some people, I won't name names, wouldn't paint all the metal bits in. They'd just cover it in rust or something. But I did it properly.
We're really stuck right now. Everyone's trying to force these memberships through.
What you don't realise is Liam's got like a little foot switch under the table that goes, hold,
and
release. If only they did. Let's try a big one to force it through. Appreciate that.
I'm at a point now where I think I could just cry on the daily, so...
I told you. 2025 was the year of the crying corner. We're onto the crying office now. There's enough spare rooms currently. And if you like, looking at how much money we spend in correlation to how much Games Workshop product actually gets us, you can have some shelves for your crying office.
I'm very concerned about how much we've spent on Games Workshop stock and how much that hasn't translated to actual physical product.
I don't think we need to buy any more shelves for upstairs yet.
No, and you were the one that originally was like, we need all these shelves because I don't think we're going to have enough.
Well, no, but I didn't realise that it was going to be quite as expensive as it is. I just gifted one for the 20.
It did just give one of the 20, yeah. But James got himself a member out of it, so he, you know, that normally then means, Joe, that you won't get any refund at all.
But they do have to spend. So
do you get the same percent of revenue from memberships and super chats? Yes. Yeah. So YouTube takes 30%. So if you buy 5 gifted memberships, it's 25 quid, right? YouTube takes 25%, so it takes £7.50. Right? If you pay for a £25 super chat, YouTube takes 30%, so it takes £7.50. We make the rest. Right? So yes, whichever you do, it's the same. But people we push gifteds. I'm very open about this. We push gifteds because people typically find it easier for some reason to be more generous with gifteds than they do with super chats.
Okay.
So the number of 20 gifteds we get, so think about it, 5 gifteds is 25 quid.
Yeah.
So 20 gifteds is 100 quid, right? The amount of 20 gifteds we get comparatively with the number of £100 super chats we get, night and day.
Night and day, yeah.
We get a couple of red £100 ones every now and again. We get lots of 20 gifteds. People just seem to be more keen to give out memberships, which is cool, I love it. But I learnt that and I was like, well, I'm going to push that then, aren't I? Because
it makes sense, doesn't it?
But yeah, it's literally the same. Like, whichever you do, we make the same money out of it. So
this mega trench is very, very cool.
All this terrain that you see in front of Tony right now that he's painting, by the way, is also printed in-house.
Yep. This didn't exist. This was rolls of filament up until a few days ago. And look at all this, right? So here you go. So we've got big trench. That goes in there like that. Got some different shape bits. Put that one over there like that. And we've got all this. We've got some, put it back here. So you've got this big bastion platform. We've got 2 of these. We've got 1 of these. There's another bit of broken wall here. And I'm currently doing another couple of mini turrets. So the tables are going to be fire. Absolute fire. And I'm currently printing the Necron pyramids, which are, the Tomb World table is going to be fucking sick. Yeah. Really, really cool. Yeah.
Someone was asking in the chat about Necrons. I need to get some more stuff sent to Lee for him to paint for us. So because Toby played the channel Necrons and was like, we need some variety.
So I've got some Necrons that I was going to sell at home that we may be able to use. I've got a Silent King, and I've got the other good Catan model. You know, the Void Dragon.
Yeah.
And I got 10. Got like another 6 or 9 Scorpeths. And I got 10 of the guys with the shields and the things.
Lichguard.
Yeah, all of it's still on sprue in the boxes.
Yeah.
So maybe we could send him that. And then
maybe the channel can buy that off you. Yeah.
The army might be better.
For
the sweet price of some Qatari. You know? A trade could be had.
Yeah.
Can't wait for my 5 guys.
That's what they look great. Yeah, they are. What are they going to use it for? Doesn't look like L shapes. Fucking L shapes.
No.
Who wants L shapes?
I'll have some L shapes at some point, but they'll be nice L shapes. I like this one because it's like the GW trench. And I always wanted the GW trenches for years, but it was so expensive. But I prefer this because it's way more modular and it also clips together. So you can do all sorts of different things with it. I'm just going to throw bits together in random ways at the moment.
The clipping system is quite nice, isn't it?
It means it doesn't move around. I mean, look how big. I need to sort of like do a bit of that with it because it's all over the show at the moment. But the clips are at the wrong ends. But essentially, look, there's loads there. There's another bit there. In fact, can that go in there? It can go in there. And that could go in there like that.
So it's pretty modular until you glue the clips in.
No, I haven't glued the clips in. I just can't bother to take them out. But yeah, trench.
Can you show you got the PDFs of the prints? You mean the STLs?
It's the Fortress wall set from, what's his name? It's all part of the same STL group. I think it's Fabricators Layer. But I have a commercial license, so in the future, we can sell it.
Yeah. Where did you get from? My Mini Factory or something? Or?
I backed it on Kickstarter. I think it's still on there now. You buy the different components, but all of this is from that same range. So there's the double walls, the turrets, the flying buttresses and things that clip in place. But we have, as you've seen on the channel before, we've got the tall wall, we've got the smaller wall, which was the big wall to start with. And I've just started doing a few more bunkers and trenches so that I think essentially 2 to 3 tables worth of terrain I've probably got in this stuff now, and some of it will be assigned to the tiles and then glued in, and I'll put sand and use pigment powders up it so it all blends in and looks nice at some point.
Right, so I think we've been gifted 117 members, which is amazing.
Oh, take that.
But we haven't had most of those come through.
So
25 of them haven't been, no, 26 of them haven't been given
So that's
out.
feels bad for them, but the channel still gets the pennies, right? No?
Not those 26 at the moment. So what will happen now is the stream will shut down in a minute, and then for the next maybe, I think 12 hours or till the end of the day, YouTube will try and give them out.
Is it because too many people have already now got a membership?
We just need more. We just need, yeah. The problem is the channel's not growing in terms of subscriber numbers. We don't have new people coming in who need gifted memberships, and YouTube can be really funny. So if you look at the chat, is there any grey names in chat right now? Put your hand up in chat if you're a grey name. I bet there's none of them. That's the issue. So YouTube, but what YouTube tells me is, and I don't think this is true, but YouTube tells me I have run out of eligible people to receive a gifted membership. And I think that's nonsense because I've got 35,000 subs. And if I had 35,000 members, I wouldn't be worried about revenue.
No.
I wouldn't be worried about revenue. So I'm like, how can I have 35,000 subs, YouTube, and you tell me I've run out of gifted memberships?
Any grey names? Grey names. Grey gang.
And you know, no great. Oh,
Yes.
Quicksilver's a great name, look.
Have you made sure to turn off and turn on gifted memberships, Quicksilver?
See, a lot of people think they're grey, but they're not because all the gifters have been given out.
Yeah. Your name's Green. It's not great, Will O'Connor.
Yeah.
YouTube's lying.
So yeah, I've had it before where I had a message back from them saying you've run out of gifted memberships to give out. We did a stream that night. People tried to gift memberships, right? And then there was people going, I've got it turned on, I've checked, everything's fine, and I can't get them. And I took screenshots and sent it to YouTube, like, it's because you run out of people to receive memberships. I'm like, fucking look! I'm literally giving you the evidence, you fucking useless wankers! And now they've taken my partner manager off me. Do you have to be a sub to get gifted members? Well, if you're in the live chat, you have to be a sub to comment. So yes.
So you should already be subbed.
Does it give it to anyone? You don't have to be subbed either. Like, but if you're already in the chat, subscribed. This is the other thing they've said to me. They have given it out before to people that aren't subbed to the channel. So I've had people go, just been given a membership.
Tyler Burrow says he's got gifted from other channels, but hasn't had a gifted from this channel in over a year.
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
Snipe him.
It doesn't matter. You can't.
You can't snipe him.
And so, like, there's people that have also turned up in the chat going, wasn't even subbed to the channel, and it gave me a membership. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So yeah,
it's important to note that if you're on an iPhone or something like that, you can't go and look for gifted. You have to do it on a computer or an Android, right?
No. You can do it on iPhone. You can turn on gifted on iPhone.
You didn't used to be able to.
So if I go into
YouTube.
If I go into chat filter, all messages, I go to gifts here. Oh, it won't let me do it now on this one, but normally there's a little button underneath that says allow gifts.
Oh, okay.
So
YouTube be whack. It do, Wixow, it do.
YouTube is both one of the greatest things that ever happened to me and a source of constant frustration. But again, it's no different to GW, right? Multi-billion-dollar company. So somehow it means that, and I'm sure, you know, if I was a person who was bringing in a fucking $100,000 a month for YouTube, I'm sure they'd act pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But because of what we bring in, YouTube be like, yeah, whatever, fine, don't care, mate.
So you need to get more subs in order to get more members. In theory, is what they're saying.
In theory, a higher sub count would mean more people that are eligible for gifted memberships if they have it turned on and they interact in live streams. Because you have to interact in live streams frequently and have gifted turned on, is what they say.
The amount of times I've got a gifted for Valrak's channel, and I don't often
right. And I'm the same.
I'm
the same. I haven't been there for ages. So yeah, you know, it's one of those things where they tell me one thing. It's clearly not true. I give them evidence that it's clearly not true. They tell me the same thing again.
Yeah.
And they're big corporate YouTube. There's nothing I can do about it. So, have to live with the pain. Right, you lot have been amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out today, you wonderful human beings. You are lovely. You are lovely people. Hopefully, if it fixes itself before the end of the day, we would have received 117 gifted memberships on the show, which is amazing. We've got 150 likes on the show, which is amazing. So I appreciate you all. I think I'm excited and apprehensive as to what Games Workshop will do with Chaos in 11th edition.
It'll be interesting, won't it?
It will be interesting, but I think there is a world where they can make them a lot more terrifying, a lot scarier to face without breaking them and without being stupid. I don't want a broken faction. I played less Eldar when they had their index than I did with their codex because they were literally busted.
Yeah, I remember I'd started Eldar at the start of 10th, and I played it like twice, and I was like, I'm tabling people turn 2. This is a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
With my 10 blocks of Wraithguard and Spirit Seers attached to them and stuff. Good fun. Not for them.
So yeah, I think it could be fun. I think they could do something interesting and fun with it, but we'll have to wait and see because ultimately I don't think they've got Chaos right for a while. Some of the old, I think it was 5th edition, their codex was mentally good and I liked it, but it's been a long time since they've had a book that I've been very excited about for Chaos Space Marines. I also personally. I didn't vibe with the 10th edition World Eaters Codex at all. I hated the random dice rolls for the old Blessings of the Blood God and stuff like that. So I hope that love is reignited in 11th too, because I've got a Channel World Eaters army back there that's not being used at the moment because I'm just letting Tom play the whole time. But hey,
oh, it's so cool! Look at all that.
It is quite cool. It is quite cool. I'm a big fan. Right, we're ready. Okay, cool. We've got other work to do. We've got to get busy, ready for stream tonight and to do some more actual work before everyone else shuts off at 5 o'clock and then I keep going.
Did we hear back from Electrician Gang? Pray.
What time are you normally on site?
10. all those gifted members are because New Joe's here, aka Toby or Tony, whatever your name is. It's apparently it depends who you are now. But I appreciate it. It makes me feel nice and warm inside. I like being on stream. I enjoy it.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Do.
Well, there you go. Where are we? Where's my buttons? There we go. Cool. Okay. So, good. I think we're done.
Time to get some food and do some work.
Yeah.
Is that the rain? Deliveroo. We have to try the doorbell, Liam. We have to try the doorbell.
Battered, isn't it?
It is fucking gross outside.
Right, you lot are amazing human beings. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. Please make sure you smash that like button if you have before you disappear. Tonight we've got a live game of 40k at 7:30. Tom is playing Paddy. Toby is picking their armies and their actual lists as well. So it should be a bit silly, a bit funny, and a lot of fun. And then tomorrow night is a different time frame for the show, right? So we would normally go live at 9 p.m. for After Dark, but they are doing a preview show tomorrow. So we'll be going live just before that preview show, and we'll be doing a live react along with Games Workshop's probably normally super high production quality show.
Someone got a gift.
It gifted one from the other set of 20. So both sets of 20 are going to get paid out at least.
So we win. They may not have spent their money.
We win. They spent their money, which is what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
We win, and we've got all the money. The people that could have got gifted haven't got gifted, so the ones that lose.
So do we get to say that we hit the target then?
We officially now get to say we hit the target.
So we did over the 100 we needed to do.
We've now done 6 less than 117. So we've done, because of the way maths works, we've done 111.
111? That's good going.
Yeah, sort of.
And I painted a lot of silver, and you built all 4 tracks nearly.
I built one, because the other 2 are already done.
Well, you built 1 and a bit tracks.
Yeah, I can't count that. I've glued 2 pieces together.
Okay. Progress is progress, Liam. After the week we've had, let's not be pedantic about it.
Please don't crush me now. Please don't crush me now, because, yeah. You lot are incredible. Hopefully we'll see you tonight at 7:30, you wonderful humans. If not, we'll see you in the next one.